Okay, we had the new parts come through from the factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of FP1.
I'm glad you think so. Whatever. Because it is my last race for Toro Rosso today, which I'm not very impressed about. A wet race at Abu Dhabi? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's gonna be interesting. There's our look at that Williams line. Look at that Williams line just up over the corner. Toro Rosso are the third best team on the grid thanks to that ultimate aero upgrade that we got. So yes, one more last time around Abu Dhabi. So it's going to be bittersweet to take because this Toro Rosso, I think this personally has been the best car I've driven. Because it's just, there you go, so we got that chassis coming in after in Australia. So you only got those two there, and you only got two left on the power. So really, Toro Rosso, the sky's the limit for them. They'll be fighting up there with the Williams cars if they're not careful. Everything looks good, okay there. So we've won the Constructors' Championship. We have also won the Drivers' Championship. It's it's been a pretty good season, I'd say, and it's going to be a pretty good season again next season. Seeing as how we were already said we're off to pastures new. Grosjean still to score. I don't think he will this race either. So yeah, we're going to go get practiced. We're going to get qualified, and we'll see you for a rather soggy Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's an unusual race today at the 3.4-mile Yas Marina circuit, where wet conditions like this are fairly uncommon. 21 corners here and two good passing opportunities into turn 8 and 11, but we won't be seeing any DRS assistance unless things dry out a lot later on in the Grand Prix. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Poole. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. It's Sergio Perez on pole position today, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Stroll, Sirotkin, Pierre Gasly, Poole, Alonso, Ocon, Bottas, and Max Verstappen. Raikkonen, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, and Ericsson, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Carlos Sainz, and Lewis Hamilton. Van Dorn and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, let's finish the season with a strong effort.
Well, you can see that the rain is falling. Oh my god, it's a wet race in the desert. What the fuck? We shouldn't stop for intermediates today. It should be just straight through to the end of the race, but you just never know with these tyres. It's so unpredictable around here. I actually thought it'd been too hot and would just have been going around. So yeah, for the final time for Toro Rosso, let's get the job done. Let's win this race. Well, here goes a voyage into the unknown. A wet Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 5 red lights are on. It's lights out, away we go. And look at the wheel spin from everybody there as we slip behind Pierre Gasly for a little bit. But we're coming back through, Pierre. Hold it tight there, man. Thank you. Coming through. Well, this could be This could be interesting. There's not going to be a lot of speed in turns 1 and 2. Certainly isn't going to be any speed at all in any of the other slow. Oh, big! Oh, bit of contact there with one of the Williams. Who's that? That's a rocking. I think it was down the inside. We'll go. Thank you very much. And move us up into P4 as we head down the long straight. Look at the rear. It's actually Lance Stroll that we hit. I do apologise. We're still side by side with Lance Stroll. That Williams has got some grunt in these wet weather conditions, and Pierre Gasly might get interested in that as well. Excuse me. But we're still in P1. You're not going to see a lot of passing here, I think. You're going to see practically zero here as we go up to turn number...
Alright, well done off the line. We're in a good position.
This is turn 10. Into turn 10 we go. We've got Sergei Sorokin in front of us over 11 and 12. You don't want to cut that chicane. They'll penalise you for absolutely no reason. And, he left the door open, Sorokin. Thank you very much. Up into P3. The Russian left the door open and we came rushing through. I'm here all day. Oh, a bit of oversteer as well. It's going to be a frustrating race, this, for as far as passing and as far as everything else is concerned, because we want to have the speed, but we just don't have a lot. And that's where the frustrating part comes in. As Charles Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the race, we've got Sergio Perez in front of us, the two Williams, Sergei Sorokin and Lance Stroll behind us in 4th and 5th. Pierre, I think he's P6. Last time I saw them go into turn 2, through turn 2 into turn 3. I want to go fast through turn 3, and turn 4 is a nothing corner. In fact, it is turn 4. And 5 over the curb. We want to keep it nice and neat, then we can catch Sergio Perez here. If we can catch Perez, I think Leclerc should be no problem. Mind you, my last race for Toro Rosso, I just want to go out with a good finish for the team, because I think that's the least that they deserve. As we come into turn 7, into 7, 8. Normally you flat through that, but not today. And now into the long, well, I say long turn 9, it's not really that long. And turn 10 is a nothing corner. Hard on the brakes for turn 11. And the car just wouldn't stop there. It just wouldn't stop. So I might have to move the brake bias a little forward here. We're going to keep it in standard because, to be fair, as we go into this horror... I mean, Abu Dhabi, don't get me wrong, it's a great place to finish a season. But the circuit is so bad, it's so boring, it needs to go. That and Russia, it needs to go, and it needs to go quickly. Because if it doesn't, I'll make it go and I'll make it disappear. Let's come out of the last corner. Sergio Perez still Charles Leclerc sets fast lap of the race. We quickly beat that with a 150 on the button. That is I couldn't do that again in a month of Sundays. 150 even. 150.000. That's impossible to do. It's just absolutely plain impossible. You can see, look, we're starting to catch Perez with our neat driving style in this Toro Rosso. If we can just keep it neat and tidy, don't overheat the rear tyres. You'd have to forgive me with this nose. I've got a hair that won't disappear. Probably a massive hair. There we go, got it. Was a massive hair as well. I'll show you in a second. I think you can see that. But that's the end of that. As we get back to the racing. Let's get back to the racing, because that's where we need to be as we go deep into that. Again, we're right on his back bumper, and we're so deep. It's unbelievable. We're getting a big gap over the two Williams cars, Sorokin and Stroll. So it looks like the Williamses are not set up for this, as we get all kinds of sideways going into the complex here, underneath the hotel. underneath I think it's the Etihad Hotel. I'm not entirely sure. But Etihad might just be the sponsor. Excuse me. Clear the throat out. But now into the last corner. Look how close we are. A bit deep again into the last corner. If we could grain the front tyres, I wouldn't mind, but it's the rear tyres. We don't want to overdo the rear tyres too much, because if we overdo the rear tyres... We're
leading our teammate by 5.4 seconds.
That's when the problems are going to be, because we'll have no traction then. As we go over the crest through turn 2, through turn 3. They've got the advantage in this first section, I think. But we still have some advantage when it comes to the slow corners, as we see Stoffel van Dorn. Are we finally going to see a pass out on track, are we? No, he's just slowing up. Nope, he's broken and he's holding up one of the... He held up one of the Haas cars. Was that Grosjean? Oh, the poor guy.
Okay,
he can't catch a break.
You can use overtake to get
Van
past.
Dorn's out the race. Unlucky. We're still right on the back bumper of Sergio Perez. Let's see if we can actually do something about him, or if we're just going to be stuck here for the rest of eternity. Mind you, P3 is not a bad result. I will admit. But oh dear me, again. It's I don't know what the problem is. We're going to have to alter the bias, I think. Because
okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE.
To get the braking right
Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
It's unbelievable. As we go, oh, that's really deep. We got the white lines. That was deep. That's going to cost us a bit of time to Perez and Leclerc. The wet conditions around this circuit are just not doing us any favours. And I don't know if you are aware of this, but the AI are so OP in the rain. It's unbelievable. As we come through the last corner, we may not have lost too much. Charles Leclerc now sets the fastest lap of the race.
Leclerc set the fastest lap of the race so far.
Leclerc, can I have that back, please? Because I rather like having the fastest lap of the race. It amuses me. Well, it doesn't amuse me from the standpoint of anything else. It just amuses me for the fact that we're faster than everyone and we're stuck in third. Go figure.
Our gap behind is 5.6 seconds.
We're right in the spray of Sergio Perez here. We're going to be getting pretty close to making a move here. We're going to try overtake, but down this straight it doesn't seem to be that we can do much. We are gaining though very, very slightly. It's just inch by inch down into turn 7. And through we go. Now let's see if we can just hold it nice and tight. Thank you very much. Yes, goodbye. There we go. Now let's see if we can do something about him into turn... I like the passing corner just after the chicane, because we can carry so much momentum through the chicane if we get the corner right. A little deep again as we go up and over the curves. There we go. If we can get the corner before the curves right, I reckon we can get an absolute
okay, we've got plenty of energy. Switch to overtake and have a go.
Perez into that fast corner. We go into turn. Well, I haven't a clue what turn that is. I don't remember how many turns Abu Dhabi had. It has so many corners, it's unbelievable. It's also a rubbish circuit. Did I mention it's a rubbish circuit already? I think I did. As we go into the penultimate corner, now into the last corner. Come on! We can do this if we set our mind to it, but only if we do this properly. If we don't do it properly, then we got no chance. As we now set the fastest lap of the race. Take it off Charles Leclerc, 49.3 for ourselves. And now through turn 1, through into turn 2. Carry the momentum through turn 3. Round down to turn 4. Turn 4, we should gain a lot on Perez. Look at how much we gained in turn 4. We've got so much confidence in the car in turn 4. Now into turn 6. We're as close as we've ever been, but somehow they get so much of a better exit at turn 6 and down the back straight here. It's unbelievable.
The radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now.
Yep, the rain's going to stay with us all race, Jeff. We already know about that. Look how close we're getting to Perez. We have to really get on the brakes here, slow it down. Leclerc's not too far up the road here. See if we can get a big slide through turn 8 and now up to turn 9. Can we do something about this Force India as we come through turn 10 up to turn 11? We got the car slowed down that lap. Into 12, into 13. He's going to be ours into turn 14. It's a fantastic move right up the inside of him. Get out of the way for Toro Rosso coming through.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Fantastic. We're up in a P2 as we come into turn 17. And now through into turn 18. Then turn 19. I think there's 21 corners around this circuit. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Then to turn 20. Now turn 21. There's no DRS as well, so we're doing this on pure driver skill. And that's all that we can do is pure driver skill. As we go into turn 1. That lovely structure around the outside of turn 1 where all the Crown Princes watch the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, I believe. And now into turn 3. So Leclerc is starting to get away from us, but now that we've cleared Perez out of the way, it looks like we're dropping Perez. So I think it was clear that Perez just didn't have the speed for this race. As we go into turn 6, this horrible tight hairpin with the Ferrari world behind the main grandstand there. And now down we go to turn number 7. Let's see what we can do about Leclerc. Leclerc has some pace this weekend, and we appreciate that. Maybe I should go to Sauber instead of Ferrari then.
If you think you can get past, increase ERS deployment to overtake
Ferrari
mode.
wish they could have me. They don't have the pay packet to do anything about me. They wish they could sign me. As we get, oh look at that! Oh, there you go. That's how it's done. Bonk, bang. That's how you make that corner. You see, we make so much gains through that little complex. It's unbelievable. As we go back to Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton, are we finally after half this race going to get an AI pass in the rain? Hamilton's going to give it a go round the outside. Go on, Lewis. Go on, my man Lewis. He's got the job done and moved Lewis Hamilton up into P. I haven't a clue. 17. Why P17? Have we lost 2 guys? Or is the, oh no, because the Haas was held up by Van Dorn when Van Dorn was retiring, wasn't it? I think that was Grosjean. Wouldn't it just been hilarious if it was? It might have been Magnussen as well. He's at the fastest final sector of the race. It's still not the fastest lap of the race though. We are now on the charge for Charles Leclerc as we go into turn 2, into turn 3. The car wanted to step out all the time. It's just so incredible. I've never done a wet race around Abu Dhabi ever. I know on the F1 2017 there was an achievement to do a wet race around Bahrain or Abu Dhabi, and I chose the short track of Bahrain, and what a choice that proved to be, because it was a great race. That's all that needs to be said. But hopefully we can get the job done. We might see another AI pass here. This is who is that? It's Sebastian Vettel with Max Verstappen in front of him. This could be for P10, the last point paying position on the grid. Let's see what Verstappen does. It's going to go defensive into turn 7. Round the outside will go Sebastian Vettel. He'll get the inside for turn 8. Over the crest. You see that little crest? He bumped him out of the way. Coming through, says Sebastian. He's going to get the job done. He's going to get the job done, and yes he will. Move Sebastian Vettel up into P10. But Verstappen's not going to let this go. He's going to try around the outside of the 4-time champion of the world. But no, Vettel will keep P10. Thank you very much. They're starting to get a bit more ambitious now in the AI. Thank you very much. It's nice to see that we're going to have a pass out on the track here. As we come through to start lap number 9 after coming around the last corner. Leclerc, you can see the gap to Leclerc has come down now. It's come down.
We need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
We set the fastest lap again. I knew that was going to be coming, because we just absolutely, we're on it. We're now bumped it into Rich Mitch, and we are on a charge. We want this. We've worked for this victory today, and we won it. We want it badly as we go fastest overall in the first
Okay,
sector
the
by
gap
10.
behind is
See if we can,
3.3 seconds.
See if we get right up to the back of Leclerc. Might use a bit of Leclerc's slipstream to help us down this back straight. Although that might prove a bit of a problem as we head into the turn 7. We can see we're gaining on Leclerc. We are using his slipstream. It's a powerful slipstream here at Abu Dhabi. Will we get the car slowed down in time? Yes, we will. Into turn 7 we go back to Sebastian Vettel. Who is that? That's actually the wrong camera view. Why are we looking at that? I have absolutely no idea why it's cut to that camera view. We shouldn't have cut to that camera view, but that's Kimi Raikkonen getting past Charles Leclerc. No, Marcus Ericsson, I do apologise. So yeah, we're there. What the hell's gone on there? I haven't a clue. I think the director's gone to sleep. Somehow, should have gone in about here. I need to have a word with him. The guy that made this video. Give him a smack around the face. As you see, we're gaining on Leclerc. We've had it on Rich, and then we go back to the standard for the rest of the lap. Through turn 20 into turn 21. We'll come and start lap number 10. That was for P12, by the way, Ericsson and Raikkonen. That was a good fight. The AI is starting to get a bit more ambitious now on lap number 10 as we still gain on the back of Marcus Ericsson. That's Charles Leclerc in front of me. How very dare I? It's looking pretty good. We set another purple sector in the first sector, 2/10 faster nearly. If we can overtake Leclerc in our favourite spot, I think we can do a job here on the
We're
young
still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
They're still happy they're on the right tyres. Is our crew chief. That'll be a thing that he's coming with us when we move to Red Bull. As we get, oh look how close we get to Leclerc, a bit deep into turn 7 though. That might mess us up going down the back straight here. I would have hoped we were a bit closer than that. But quite obviously not, but we may be close enough. Look at that, how close we're getting on the rear wing here. Perfect through turn 11, going to turn 12 and 13, thank you very much. Coming through Charles, we got the run. We've got the run. He tried to close the door and we slammed the car into the side, but we're coming through. You close the door on us, we're coming through. No problem. Thank you, Charles. P1 in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The wet Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, I should say. Jesus Christ. There's only one thing worse than a wet Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and that's a wet Singapore Grand Prix, in my opinion. Because no one wants to see a wet Singapore Grand Prix. The laps there go on forever.
We have 5 laps of fuel
We
remaining.
need to make changes to that track, because if they don't, it's gonna be a massacre. As we go into turn 1, we've got 4 laps to go of this Grand Prix, and I think it's well deserved. This race. Well, it's not well deserved yet, as we go, what was that, 3/10 faster, wow! Somebody's on it this morning. Well, it's evening, I should say. Now that we've got past
Some
Leclerc,
information
we
on
have
Gasly.
got the
They
speed.
have
We
some
see the
kind of
yellow
mechanical
flags
problem.
out in the first
Virtual safety
sector.
car, virtual
the virtual
safety car
is
reduce
out.
speed immediately
That's
and keep a
interesting.
positive delta.
Now, what's happened? Really?
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until
Pierre
the green
Gasly
flags.
is out of this race, folks. Oh dear. I think it's fair to say Pierre has not had a lot of luck this season when it comes to reliability. But that's not fair on the man. He's actually, you can see there on the mini map, he is still going. He's trying to get round on the rest of the lap. Try and get back to the pit. He must have a problem with a tyre. Must be a tyre's gone down on him or something. but that's unfair on the man Pierre. That's completely unfair, to say the least, because I don't think he deserved that. As we go nearly 4 tenths faster in the first sector. I don't know what it is, but we're getting much more braver in the first sector. I don't know if
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
that's a trait here, but it's something that we need to capitalise on, because if we don't capitalise on it, we're not going to get to the end of this race here. As we see, who's that? That is Magnussen and Hamilton for P15. You got Carlos Sainz in close attendance. That's very brave on Hamilton's part. He's getting the old punching gloves out. Side by side through turn 6 to be side by side down the back straight. Mercedes against Ferrari. That should be a no contest, but watch that Renault. That Renault may get interested as Magnussen succeeds the position to Hamilton. And there we go, 3 wide into turn 7 almost. Carlos Sainz getting very interested. He'll get past Magnussen as well. Oh dear me. He'll get past Magnussen, no problem there. And unfortunately, that was the last action of the Grand Prix. After that, it was a stroll back home as we see Sainz and Hamilton have another go. And Hamilton will keep P15 from Carlos there with ease. But that was the last action of the Grand Prix there. So we'll jump ahead to lap 14 in the final stages. I can honestly say it's been the best car I've driven. Better than the Williams car, I'd say, when we got that up. This Toro Rosso has just been absolutely on point with the setup. I wish the team absolutely nothing but the best with Gasly and Hartley next season. But coming out the last corner, final race with Toro Rosso, we're going to bring home the victory. Grazia ragazzi, forza Toro Rosso.
Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
Farewell, old boys.
Here's our winner, pulling their Toro Rosso into Parc Ferme, and what a fantastic race. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
And it's time now for the podium celebrations, and how well deserved is this one? This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. Toro Rosso are your winners here today. Poole increases their championship lead. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Poole. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So you can see it's still raining at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yeah, we took home the victory there. I think it was deserved. Charles Leclerc in second, Sergio Perez third, Sergei Sorokin, Lance Stroll, Alonso, Ocon, Bottas, Vettel and Verstappen were your top 10 runners for the final race of the season. Not many. There weren't many passes in that race, and that sucks. That does suck completely. It's a shame for Gasly what happened with Gasly. Grosjean finished 17th, so no points on the season. Van Dorn, the early retirement, and Gasly finished a lap down to the rest of the field. So, as a Toro Rosso driver, it's final chance to go and see Claire, say how we did, and then we're going to go say a rather emotional goodbye to the team before we get promoted to the main team. Let's say bye-bye.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
I think she'll still follow me around with my new team.
You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
No. A wet race around Abu Dhabi. Yes, of course it was. Car was solid today.
You were cutting your way through the field
I
during the
wasn't
race.
really cutting my way through the field. If you can call that cutting your way through the field. But when it handles like
Everything
that...
went your way today. It looked like you had a really
We
good
did.
strategy for the
We
race.
just raced it off, and it was brilliant for managing the tyres.
Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit.
Well, can I say,
You came out
Gasly's
on
my
top,
man.
didn't you?
I'm going to leave him with an absolute rocket ship. I think we both enjoyed that.
Great. Well, that's everything.
That is good. Bitch. Oh well. Suppose it's time to say goodbye to the boys. We beat Pierre, we just didn't beat Charles. I think we'd have beat him anyway. I still can't believe a wet Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, man. Oh well, I think Emma's got something she needs to say to me. I hope she has. 600 for that. Fantastic. Lovely.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
Her and her damn
Great work.
10%.
That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
No one gives one about her damn 10%. Oh well. I think we've got to do what we've got to do here.
It's time for us to
I've made no
renegotiate
bones
your contract.
about this.
Here you can see the current deal.
Because
Once
of how we've
negotiations
performed
begin,
this
the
year,
team
we're
will
going to
make
be
you an
moving
offer.
up to the
You can
A
accept if you
team.
like,
So,
but I strongly suggest we push
here
for
we
terms.
come. Aston
From here,
Martin
we've changed the
Red
team
Bull
that we're
Racing.
negotiating
And
with.
you damn
There's no
right
rule
they're
saying you need to
interested in
stay in
me.
the same seat forever. Selecting a team here
They
only
are
affects the
interested in
division.
me, full
The
stop.
actual move won't take place until the following race weekend.
So, yeah. Changing teams, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. R&D will be reset, everything will be reset. Let's negotiate with Red Bull. Now, do I want to be the first driver in the team, or do I want Max, or do I want Daniel? Well, you know what, with the car that they've potentially got, I think we can get higher than that. So if we go for 11th, qualify 11th and race 11th, I think I want Daniel as my teammate, you know. I'm happy to be second driver to Daniel. It's either that or I have to fucking keep an eye on Kamikaze Max. So yeah, let's go with Daniel, go with the hard objective, and we'll up everything to 3. Propose.
Okay, everyone's happy with that proposal and we're locked in. From the next race weekend, you'll
Super
officially be racing
sweet.
for a new team. So you better start getting ready for the move.
So that's our contract negotiated, so we're off to Red Bull next season. 4,000 resource points, which we're not going to be able to spend. Oh dear. They can spend them, but I can't spend them. But yeah. I can honestly say for the Toro Rosso team I've had a great time. So that's going to be the end now. So thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy that as we leave you with the stats for this season. And we shall see you all in Season 5 when we're going to the A team. We're going to drive for Red Bull Racing.